All right, Johnson, it's nice to have you on the show. Manan Marcus, you're welcome.
Thank you, Charles. I'm glad to be here.
Good, good, good. Now, I know you sit in a space that is overseeing or regulating data and how it is used in this country. Now, for starters, I know the number of people watching us, and some may have an idea about data and data protection and all the issues around it. Others may not. Let's start by breaking down, when we say data, what are we talking about?
Of course, Charles, data is, in a simple language, data is, maybe for the context of our subject today, I'll define it more in the personal data perspective.
I hear you.
So in simple terms, for anyone listening, personal data is basically anything that can uniquely identify you. That means I'm talking about something that if I say a name, anyone can relate to the fact that this is Johnson. Particular things like probably your national ID number, your phone number, your date of birth, your month, your children, all these things that can uniquely identify you is what we consider as personal data.
I hear you. Yeah. All right. Now let's relate it to the economy in general. Why has it become so important to actually protect personal data, and how does it relate to, keeping a sound economy or a sane economy?
Right now we are at a point where in this particular in the current state of where we are, we in the information age right now, data has now been considered as a new currency.
Okay.
That means that for businesses or for the economy, all decisions are done or considered based on the data that they actually have.
Okay.
So for anyone to be heavily competitive within the current economic ecosystem, it's from the data. Look at how companies, large companies, big or small, actually, it's not even into context of whether it's big or small. Anyone, for you to be able to advertise and market as a country, to position yourself for investment, you need the data. You need to know, as Uganda, for instance, we need to know across the globe, who are the investors that speak from data, who's interested in investment in Africa, what do we have. And on the other side, they're also looking for data on Uganda. What does Uganda have? What's the population for Uganda? What's the liking of the Ugandan citizens? That's why right now, as the conversation of data for the past 5 years has picked up, and so many countries, starting from the EU, across the board, across the continent, have realized that in most cases, data has become so sensitive. It's now the current currency, and if you can control it, then you can control a lot of interests. So it's across the board. The more data you have, the more you can affect people's decisions, and this can be used across the board, like I said, for decision making, for policy making, for market advertisement, etc.
I get you. Now, as that is happening globally, what is the state of data management in Uganda at the moment?
So Uganda has had the privilege, first of all, of being across on a regional level. Uganda was the first country to start the discussion around data protection and privacy. We started discussions as early as 2018, before even the enactment of the law, which came in about 2019. So as early as about 2016, we had the discussions before. Most of the other countries have just been catching up with us because, like I said, the conversation is becoming global. So in terms of the Ugandan perspective, government has positioned Uganda as we could say we are implementing our policies as government with privacy by design, because now we understand the impact of having first of all, impact of controlling the data, and also the risks around someone having your data. So one of the initiatives that government has done is, first of all, enacting the regulation on data protection, which sets the guidelines and guides on how data processors, data subjects, and anyone who uses data should use personal data in a more controlled way and for the intended purposes. So in the perspective of Uganda, I feel that the initiative the government has done has even built a safe economic space for people to feel that they can come and invest in a country where they know that in any case, if something went wrong, there is data and I know where to get it, and even my data can actually be protected. So it's attracting a lot of investment. You can see us growing across the board: agriculture, health, infrastructure. The interest in the country has grown, and this starts from the policies. And one of the policies that we've done as Uganda is have safe guidelines and regulations for personal data.
I hear you. Now, talking about that, I want us, because you're the expert in this space, to tackle something that a number of viewers deal with every day. You go, for instance, to a particular website and or an application, and you ask for certain information. Now, there's always that word that keeps coming, cookies, and there's always that word accept or reject all. Now, relate that to what we are talking about and what it means when a person rejects or accepts.
Okay, you see, this question comes up a lot even when we're doing the different cybersecurity awarenesses and privacy awarenesses, because obviously in statistics, you know that we have so many Ugandans who have now gone into the digital space, who are accessing the internet, doing different things.
Yes.
And obviously anyone who's accessing anything, a web-based system, it could be a website, an application, that's a common thing that pops up, cookies. So in simple terms, cookies are basically it's technology within the website that allows the website you're accessing to pick some information from you. Now, as you know, when we are browsing, we use browsers. The browsers are the normal Google Chromes, Mozilla, all those. They are the softwares we use to access the internet.
Yes.
Now, these softwares save our information. I'm sure you've come across maybe a website where you log in and the password is saved. So that's the kind of information that is saved. Now, cookies have, when you accept cookies, basically you're allowing a website to process and access the information. What cookies are meant to do for the website that you're accessing is to get some information about you and know how to better their services. Improve on probably the interface,
yes.
Improve on, get to know what you like most, so that they can now, by the time you come back, they have developed some sort of they've developed some sort of liking to that is specifically specified to you.
For you.
So that's what cookies are meant to do. But however, because of the current regulation and the requirements, even those that are implementing cookies on the website have been asked to follow the regulation. One of the rights of a data subject is they need to know exactly what you're going to use their data for.
Yeah.
So in these cookies, the challenge we have is we do not read the terms and conditions, but the terms are there. So what I would advise you is, first of all, before you accept the cookies, the people who are compliant with the regulation, you're not going to stop a business from picking information if they want to market. But however, the ones that are compliant will tell you exactly why they're picking the information and what they're going to use it for. So before you click to accept a cookie, one of the things you can do is go into the details of the cookie. There's a section that if you do a drop down, they'll tell you exactly what they're going to collect. Then you can actually disable what you don't want to be processed. So for my message to citizens is just be cautious.
Yeah.
About the website you're accessing, but then again, make an effort to go into the request for the cookie and go into the settings and only accept what you feel is safe enough for you.